Hey guys, Praetorian here and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. This video is about how I do BPM, the League SBC grind in general, and I hope I can give you some tips. If you like the video, please drop a like and you can sub to the channel as well, of course. Enjoy! To start things off with, never open the 750 coins bronze packs. Always open the 400 coins bronze packs because it's basically no risk and the 750 coins packs aren't worth it. So the BPM method I use, or the League SBC grind I use, always starts with opening bronze packs. How many? It depends. Until you're fed up with it or until you run out of coins, run out of transfer list space, it depends. So just open bronze packs as many as you can. It's not a one thing or one day only thing, so do it daily. It's better to do 10 per day than do one set of 200-300 bronze packs. So do it daily, keep doing it. Keep stocking your club with bronze players you need for League SBCs and players you can use in upgrades. This will come in part 2, or you can sell. So to start things off with, consumables and club items I always discard. So I don't keep consumables except rare manager contracts because they sometimes sell. So I store rare manager contracts in the club and I list them if I have transfer list space. They don't always sell, but sometimes they do. Managers, only the Dutch, French and Brazilian managers sell. So all the other managers can just go to the discard pile. And then the players, as you can see, we have a championship player, an English 3 player and an Irish player. Obviously the championship player is handy for the League SBC grind. If you're not doing the championship League SBC, you can sell, of course, for 200 coins in this case. But I do all League SBCs, so I store this in the club. And then the off-league players, just compare prices of all the off-league players, because sometimes the rarest players are worth something. In this case, they're not. So we're gonna store those in the club. These players I will use later on in step 2 in the bronze upgrades. So for now we can store all of this in the club and this can go to the discard pile. Let's open another one. So yeah, remember BPM, bronze pack method, League SBC grind. It's not a method where you can make fast coins. Like with trading and flipping cards, it's fast coins. BPM is a grind. It's sometimes something you do constantly. Yeah, you will see that later on. So here, once again, I will discard all of these consumables. And then we have an English 4 player that isn't worth anything, so that can go to the club. And 2 dupes. And here you can choose. You can try to sell these dupes. So the Denmark player and the Chinese league player, they're not selling actually. So you can choose to list them on the transfer list if you have space, or to discard them if you don't want to use transfer space for that. I'm just gonna list them because I have enough space for now. But remember, you can discard them if you don't have enough spots on the transfer pile. Let's open the last one and then we'll go over to step 2. And remember, you can pack bronze informs in here or some silver informs if the base card is a bronze card. So you can pack those, it's rare, but you can. So here again, a Bundesliga player, worth about 800 coins, something like that. So if you're not doing the Bundesliga, sell this guy for 800 coins or 750 if you want a quick sell or a quick sale, sorry. And then 2 off-league players from Norway that aren't worth anything, I think. No. So once again, we'll use those 2 in a bronze upgrade. And then the English 4 player, same thing as always, compare price. And you can choose list or discard. I'm gonna list it for now. So this is step 1. Now we go over to step 2, and that's bronze upgrades. So step 2, bronze upgrades. As you can see, for every bronze upgrade you get a 2 silver player spec bag, untradeable of course. But in those 2 silver player packs you get a lot of League SBC players you can use in the grind further on. So what do you put in bronze upgrades? I've already put some players in here. Off league, worthless bronzes. So these guys won't sell for 200 coins. I will put them in upgrade and we'll see what we get from the pack. Let's see, let's go to the store and let's open it. You will receive League SBC players from this and off-league players, of course. The off-league players that are untradeable, I put in silver upgrades. I'll show you that in a minute. And League SBC players I use for the League SBC grind, of course. So as you can see here, we have an English 2 player, a championship player, which is an active League SBC. This card costs 500 coins, something like that, if you buy it off the market. And then an SPFL card, which isn't an active league, of course. So let's try to swap these for the tradable version. Okay, so this guy I swapped for the tradable version. It's not selling for 200 coins. So once again, you can choose this card for 99 coins or try to sell for 200 coins. Let's try to sell him. And then here we have an untradeable dupe. What I do with these cards is I go to the Sheffield Wednesday team in this case, and I see if I have enough players to complete the league. And I'll show you in a minute what that means, enough players. So I don't have to discard this card. If I don't have enough players, I just discard him. So for now, let's suppose we don't have enough players from Sheffield Wednesday. Let's just discard. What you then do is you can put your off-league untradeable common silvers in a silver upgrade. So for every silver upgrade, you get 3 common gold players back. Once again, I've put the players in here already. As we can see, all off-league players, all common and all untradables. You can choose not to do these upgrades, of course, and keep these players for daily SBCs, the lowest rated team in marquee matchups, things like that. So I tend to use my players up to rating 70 in these upgrades and keep players untradables that are higher rated than 70 because they often are handy in some League SBC or just random SBC solutions. So yeah, why not? So for now, we submit this and we get 3 common players back. And once again, you will receive League SBC players and also off-league players, of course. So let's open this 3 common player pack. And here as well, you can pack some informs in here, but it's very rare that you get special cards out of these. And that's not the purpose of these upgrades. As you can see here, we received 3 League SBC players. So the La Liga, the Eredivisie and the Ligue 1. We store these in the club, of course, and we can use them in the League SBCs from the La Liga and the Eredivisie. And this is a dupe. Let's see if I can swap it for a tradable version. Yes, so here once again, if this is an untradeable dupe, I go to the League SBC, AS Monaco, and I go check out if I can do the team for cheap or not. And if not, I will discard him. So now it's a tradable one, so let's get some coins back. And yeah, this is basically the preparation phase. So opening bronze packs, doing the upgrades is the preparation phase of the League SBC grind. And once again, it's something you need to do on a daily basis. It doesn't matter if you do it for 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 15 minutes. You can open bronze packs on the phone. You can open it everywhere. When you're waiting at the doctor, at the bus, I don't know, when you're on the toilet even. So open bronze packs where you can and do the things I told you in the first part and the second part of this video. We now go over to the League SBC grind itself, and I'll show you when I complete teams. And I also show you my League SBC spreadsheet, which is available on my Twitter page, on my pinned tweet. So I'll drop the link to that down below in the description. So let's go over to part 3. Okay, now the League SBC grind itself. So we've done our preparation, we've done some bronze pack methods, we've done some upgrades, we have a lot of players in the club, and now we're gonna check which leagues or which teams we can complete. I often get the question, is it needed to complete the whole league at once? My answer to that is no. Check your club, see where you have a lot of players of, and complete those teams first. It's not needed to do the whole league at once, that's not necessary. You can open the packs immediately or save for one or other promo, that's totally up to you. But what you basically do is, for example, the CSL, let's open the Hebe squad. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce that correctly. And then we're gonna see how many players from this team we have in our club. So let's go to the CSL and then to Hebe. And as you can see, we have 11 players in the club. So let's fill up those spaces. And let's see how much chemistry we're having. So imagine I only had these two players. I wasn't going to complete this team. I'll show you in a minute how I determine when I do or don't do a team. Let's first see if we can get enough chemistry for this team. I don't think so, but let's double check. So 92 chemistry. I think everyone is in their appropriate spot, yes. You need 95 chemistry for all League SBCs and for all League SBC teams. So what I do then is, for this, I'm just gonna search for the cheapest player available. For example, a goalkeeper. Here he is. And we can put that in the squad. And as you can see, it's done. Let me show you. This costed me 200 coins. First owner, all first owner, from the BPM, of course. And then this guy untradeable from an upgrade pack. And this guy as well untradeable from an upgrade pack. So this team costed me 200 coins, and that's all. What I tend to do as well is these silver cards, I try to save them. So for example here, this 65 rated striker and 72 rated striker, we are going to see if there are replacements for it that are cheap. So let's see on the transfer market, a striker from Hebe. No, so I need to pay more than 200 coins for a replacement of the silver guy, and we're not going to do that. Same thing with the left mid. So let's see, as you can see here, for 200 coins you can buy a left mid, and we save ourselves a silver player, untradeable first owner, that we can use in the next run, because that's important as well. Always think ahead, and it's not the purpose of the League SBC grind that you do this team or this league once. You keep recycling it, you keep doing it, so try to save as many players as you can. I can even put this center forward instead of I don't know, a higher rated card like this center back, for example. So now we have saved a 64 rated center back and a 72 rated silver card for the next run, and we can complete this team. So now we complete this team, we get a small prime silver players pack back from it, tradable, for 400 coins. That's what we have spent. So let's see what we get back from this small prime silver players pack. And it's from those smaller packs that are tradable that you get your profits from, of course. So let's see. As you can see in here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 League SBC cards, which is very good. So once again, you have the choice. If you're doing all leagues, just stock them in the club. If you picked out some leagues, and yeah, you do pick out some leagues if you don't have a lot of coins, I suggest you focus on the smaller leagues then. So the CSL, the Saudi League, the Pro League, the Eredivisie, leagues like that. And yeah, sell leagues that are not worth doing. I'll show you in the next step what are the leagues worth doing and which leagues aren't worth doing. So for example here, you've packed this card. It's only worth 300 to 400 coins, this one as well. This one is worth, yeah, I think 600, 700 coins, something like that, 600. And then the Saudi card here isn't worth much right now because the Saudi League SBC is offline for the moment. But once again, we've spent 400 coins. Even if we discarded this all, we get 1,000 coins back, so that's profits already. But yeah, don't discard them, of course. So let's store this in the club, and then this is a League SBC card, is worth something. Not a lot, this one, but it's 400 coins. So we get our coins back from this card only, and we put some new usable cards in the club. Yeah, so this is what I do, and then you can go on to the other teams and check how many players you have. The fastest way to check how many players you have from a league is to go to the transfer list. Right here, press L3, and then here choose a league, for example the Premier League, Arsenal. As you can see, I have 2 usable cards for Arsenal, and this way you can go very quickly from team to team to see how many cards you already have in the club. My way to go is if I have 6 to 7 players from a team, I can complete the team pretty cheap. But as I said before, I have a League SBC spreadsheet. I'm gonna show you that right now, and there you can track all the teams very easily. And we'll use Brighton as an example, because Brighton we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players of. I'm gonna fill that in on my League SBC spreadsheet, and I'll be right back with what I've created. So this is the League SBC spreadsheet, and as you can see, when you open it, you come to the BPM guide. This is basically a summary of what I told you guys in step 1 and 2 of this video. Then you have a how to use tab. That's some handy tips on how to use a spreadsheet. Then we have the PlayStation and the Xbox League SBCs. The difference between the two is the footbin price, because it's different between Xbox and PlayStation, of course. Then, what do you find in here? You can find the current footbin price of all those different leagues, the tracker, I will come back to that in a minute, the rewards, and the guaranteed return. If you open a league, for example a Premier League, you can find those details as well per team. So for example, Manchester United is 8.2k on footbin right now, hands out a small prime gold players pack, and if you click on this plus button, you can find the details of that pack. So a small prime gold players pack, it's a tradable pack as well. It costs 22.5k in the store. You get a minimum of 5.2k back. Minimum means if you have the worst pack luck in the world. And then you can see some details about the pack. Now, we said we had 8 Brighton players. So if I fill in 8 players in this section, players in club, you can see that the sheet changes and that it says that I still need to buy 3 players and that it will cost me 2.4k. You can also see that this turns green. That means you can complete that team without any risk. The rewards you get back, so in this example the Premium Electrum Players pack, is an untradable pack with a minimum value of 3.8k, untradable value in this case, so that means you can do this team without any risk. Of course, this is untradable, so you won't get any liquid coins back from it, but untradable players have a value too, of course. If you complete all the teams that are green, and only complete teams when it's green, you will definitely get enough coins back to make profit or to break even from that league. Because once again, this is the minimum. This is the bare minimum you get back. You will get back more in reality, because there will always be a player worth something, worth 2k, 3k. So this is to be very risk-free. You can see if I fill in Crystal Palace, for example, 5, it turns orange. Orange means you can complete the team, and it's worth it to complete it, but it's not risk-free. So for example here, it will cost you 4.8k, and the rewards back will be 3.4k. in a bare minimum. In reality, you might get to those 4.8k, of course. My advice is, if the team is empty or blank, like here, don't complete it. Wait at least until the team is orange before you complete it. So the first thing you do is go through your club and fill in every one of these teams. For example, here 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, etc. You can see that this part is changing as well. So instead of the 238k that Footbin says, it costs you 206k. So this is an adaptive sheet as well. And as you can see here, it's very small, but there is a percentage that shows you how many players you already have of that league. So you can start off by filling in all those teams, and then closing this down, and then you can see which leagues you can do first or you shouldn't do first. The last thing I have to say about this sheet is, if you completed the team, so let's say we've completed Leeds, you can check this tick box here, and it will go to 0 players needed, and your total cost to complete will go down with the value of this team, as you can see here. The last thing you have in this spreadsheet is a stats tab. So both for PlayStation and Xbox, you can see the best value league SBCs right now. For the PlayStation, this is the CSL, because if you complete it for 64k, which is the Footbin price, you will get a guaranteed return of 51% and a guaranteed value return, so both untradeable value and tradable value of 87%. As you can see, I need to update this. I will update this later this week, because the EFL Championship is not 116k right now, but more than 200k, something like that. So I try to update this every week, every 2 weeks, to keep you guys informed about the best leagues you can do right now. But a lot depends, of course, on what you have in your club. So first try to fill in all the leagues you want to do, and yeah, go from there. So that's basically it about the League SBC spreadsheet, and let's continue to the next step. The next thing I do is mass bidding on silvers. Why do I do that? Because if you can mass bid on them for cheaper than their cheapest buy now price, it will save you a lot of coins while doing the League SBC. So for example, Bundesliga silvers, let's find out the cheapest bid, and that's 600 coins. So 600 coins is the cheapest Bundesliga silver available. You can narrow it down by doing positions, because sometimes it's different for defenders and midfielders and attackers. The fastest way is just go with this filter. So 600 coins is the min bin. And what I do is I'm gonna search for cards that are at least 100 coins cheaper than their min bin. So in our case, 500 coins is the maximum amount of coins I want to bid on cards. As you can see here, this one is going for 350. So bid, bid, bid. And keep bidding until your transfer targets are full. You can just bid, or you can bid for 500 coins all the time, like this. That's up to you. I tend to just bid on the amount it's popping up, and once my transfer targets are full, I go over there and I go follow them up to see if someone bids 450 on this one. I will bid 500. But as you can see, a lot of bids are being we're winning a lot of bids right now. So for example, this guy, let's back out and back in. Let's put these to the club. These two are all dupes. I have a lot of silvers from the Bundesliga, so that's obvious. But this guy we won for 400 coins on bid. And as you can see, the cheapest bin is 650. Yeah, 650, something like that. So I can sell this dupe for 600 coins and make a small profit. It's not a lot, of course. It's 170 coins, I think. But it is profit. This guy, the same thing. This guy is going for 750, 700. Yeah, 700, something like that. So I'm gonna list it for 650, and once again, it's a small profit, but it is profits. So that's why it's not a problem that you have dupes. You can always sell them back for profit or for breaking even. So do this until your transfer targets are full, and do it league by league. It's the easiest thing to do. And keep track of it in the transfer targets while it's going. Okay, so I think something... as you can see, I think one of our dupes already sold. Voila, Shiber already sold for 600 coins, so maybe I listed it a bit too low, but they will always sell for their min bin. So that's the last part that I do, that is just keep mouse bidding, mouse bidding, mouse bidding. You can do it all the time, of course, but the best time to do it is during squad battle rewards or during marquee matchups or other packs with silvers in it that are being opened. And also when there is no promo, not a lot of people are doing League SBCs, and it's much easier to win them on bid for cheap. And for example, the League 1 right now, let's do the League 1. League 1 silvers are always going for 600 to 700 coins as well, but the League 1 isn't active right now. So as you can see, a lot of them are going for 200 coins, and this is the time for me to just go mass bidding on them for 150, 200, just stacking my club. The League SBC from the League will be back soon, so I just want to be prepared, and I want to get these cards for cheap. And you can choose to do the League SBC when it comes, or to sell these cards for 600 coins or more. Some of the silvers will go for more, of course. That's up to you. So this is it. The last step you can do is mouse bidding on common golds and rare golds as well. It's the same thing. You pick the league you want to do. For example, the Bundesliga. And here it's a bit different. I only do it if I can get the cards for discard price. So 350 to 400 coins. Right now it isn't possible because there are player picks out, so I'm not doing it right now. But when there are no player picks and there are squad battle rewards or something else, you can easily stock your club with discard common golds, and of course as well with discard rare golds. So discard rare golds 650, 700. Stock them, store them in the club, and use them in League SBCs. As you can see, right now it's 700 coins instead of 650, but during squad battle rewards you can get them for 650 as well. So by doing a combination of BPM, upgrades, mass bidding on silvers, on golds, you will be able to complete the League SBCs very quickly, or pretty quickly. Of course, when you don't have a lot of coins, so when you're just starting the grind, the best thing you can do is focus on the smaller leagues and sell every other league cards that you pack. So for example, in the CSL pack that we've just opened, if there are tradable silvers from the Premier League, Bundesliga or other main leagues, sell those. Sell those, get your profits out of those, and focus on the smaller leagues. It's not because the packs in the smaller leagues are less sexy, let's say it like that they are worth less. Because if you're doing BPM, for example the CSL, you can complete for practically no coins. If you're doing the Sudamericana grind, the same thing. For the Sudamericana grind, by the way, same thing here, but do it on the web app. Filter on gold Sudamericana cards, bid for 650 to 850, something like that, on the central positions, so center back, CM, striker, goalkeeper, and use those cards to complete the Sudamericana. So yeah, that's basically it. So guys, that was it. If you have any questions about BPM, about League SBCs, menu grinding in general, drop it in the comments. I will try to answer every question as good as possible. I stream 3 times a week on Twitch as well. I'll drop my link down below once again. You can find me on Twitter. You can DM me over there with questions. Drop me a follow, of course, both on Twitch and on Twitter. And yeah, if you want to see something else about menu grinding, BPM, some more details about something, something else I need to make a video about, drop it in the comments as well, and I will get back to it soon. But that was it for now, so thank you for watching. If you watched the video and you haven't subbed yet, click the sub button. Bye bye.